we have a subject which is hardly tackled by parents or by the school. And that subject would be to teach children about their own body, their own understanding of the body. That is not taken up at all. You will find that there is a big disconnect. And when that disconnect happens, it is going to be very painful for the child to go ahead in life. So,
welcome to the Change My Way of Life podcast. Shree Krsna Guruji.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes, today we're going to be speaking about children's education. What about the schools themselves? What could the schools do to improve?
See, most of the schools, they have extracurricular activities. I feel they should invite outsiders who are good in their subjects and include that as one of the subjects where they will be introducing these kind of stalwarts in the field. Now, let us say the children, if they are in social media or if they want to put up a video, so it is important for them to know and understand how these videos are made. See, today you can get carried away by what is happening on YouTube or any other social media. So why not give them the right kind of knowledge? So invite these people. Invite people who know about AI. Invite people who know about various other subjects. Like, say, for example, today we have a subject which is hardly tackled by parents or by the school. And that subject would be to teach children about their own body, their own understanding of the body. That is not taken up at all. You will find that there is a big disconnect. And when that disconnect happens, it is going to be very painful for the child to go ahead in life. So most of the young girls really don't know what they are up to in their life. Most of the young boys feel that, okay, I have to be that Don Juan or something like that, because that is what they are watching in the TV and other places. So wrong kind of knowledge is imparted. So why not have these kind of very interesting persons coming to school and giving them more amount of knowledge, maybe over the weekend or something like that? I feel they can really help out, and the school can also gain a lot of traction because of this. Because if you have a child who knows 10 other subjects simultaneously, their intelligence level goes up. This is what we have learned, how the neurons are firing and how the knowledge gets gathered. All new kind of knowledge is very, very interesting. I think that is what the school should do.
Yes. So, Guruji, what do you think the effect of these type of instructors and classes would have on the children?
It would be a very positive effect. See, first we got to ensure that these people are not coming and selling something over there. So you have to be very selective in the type of people that you are inviting. Second most important thing is they are talking to students, they are talking to children, and that particular curriculum, whatever that they are going to teach, has to be first vetted by the school or college. You can't just suddenly put a subject up over there. So it is important that they should also get to the right kind of audience, whoever that is involved, and we all have to ensure that the children get the best of the knowledge.
What are the specific topics that would be covered in these classes?
Let me give you an understanding of what we are doing. We hope to give every week a new subject which the children may not be exposed to in school or at home as well. Think like this: the school doesn't have a chance to teach that subject because it is outside the curriculum and it is not in the normal course of their teaching syllabus. The parents are not keen on it because it doesn't hit them that that is what the children should know. See, it has never actually hit the parents that the children have to become a little more understanding in this kind of subjects. Let us take this subject of, if I have to buy something, how do you start the buying cycle? Creation of lists, going to the marketplace, researching everything. There are too many things involved in just buying even a simple thing. Let us say you are buying, say, a microphone. Do you know how many types of microphone are there? Can you just buy a microphone, or do you need other things along with it? You are going to ask me, why are you telling me about the microphone? Think about it. I am using one over here. It's a modern technology. So when I am introducing this kind of subjects, the children and the younger generation should know about these subjects better. Let me give you an example. Many years ago, the computers were introduced in the form of laptops, and then the cell phones came into the picture. You will find that the older generation, which is my type of generation, were not adaptable to that subject at all. They were actually afraid of the computer. The moment they saw that screen in front of them, they said, no, no. Even banking for that matter. I would rather go and stand in the queue in a bank than put money in my ATM. So the adaptability became a problem. And that is one of the reasons why we have to teach it in such a manner, and we have to introduce these subjects slowly and steadily. I am just talking about one subject introduction per week. So let us say this time, if I'm talking about the brain. Now, I am not talking about the brain from the school curriculum point of view. No, I am talking about how the brain functions in the material world, how sleep is modulated, what happens in the brain when the child is up against some kind of a different knowledge. I am sure, suppose I tell him that this is a drone. Now he has to grasp that. So what is a drone? So his brain has to crunch that information. But just getting information is not enough, because at the end of the day, he has to use the drone also. Nowadays, the drone photography and things like that are happening. So can it be practically put into effect? Now, do you think the parents know the subject? I doubt it. It's a very big doubt. I don't think even the school knows about this subject. So if I have to introduce these kind of topics, I think it would do them a lot of good, because they can explore the world and get to understand many things.
Yes, Guruji. So, Guruji, what is the structure of such a class?
The structure of this class is, these are general topics. These are topics which are very much in vogue nowadays, something that is going on right now, and something which the younger generation has not been exposed to. Think about it like this. If I have to introduce a topic to them about going to the marketplace. Now you may say, okay, we go to the marketplace, doesn't make a difference. Well, the moment I take them to the market, I have to tell them what are the goods that I am buying, how I am buying, what is the quality assessment that I got to do, how do I calculate it in terms of money or in terms of weight or value or whatever it might be. So these are certain things which the children need to know and understand. Do you think a young 14-year-old or a 16-year-old has any idea how many types of oranges are available in the marketplace? I am sure they don't know anything about it. They just have seen their mothers and fathers go to the supermarket, pick up a bag from there and come back home. And they are eating what is kept in front of them without any idea about what the contents are and so on and so forth. You will find that today the world has become so fast forwarded in information that they have to see in Instagram or TikTok. You will find that there are people who are talking about, if this is a ketchup, what is the sugar content in it? Is there really tomatoes in it? Is there something which is harmful to the body? Now, once the children know about this, then they will be able to make better decisions in their life. They will be able to select products which are right for them. I think this kind of knowledge is very much important. So the structure which we are thinking in terms of, that every week we will want to introduce a subject and we want to give it an overview of the subject. It's a 25,000 feet overview. Please understand this. In half an hour or 1 hour, I can't teach them everything, but at least I can introduce the subject to them so that they are better qualified when they go out and address this world. So every week, a new subject will be taken up and we will introduce the topic and give it to them. And all these topics are different. They are not the same. And they are related to a certain type of their characteristics. Like, say, for example, if I'm taking up subjects which are connected to their physical well-being. So physical well-being, what are they supposed to be doing? If it is mental well-being, what are they supposed to be doing? Those kind of things. So we'll classify them in such a manner. There are 8 classifications which we are going to talk about, where we are also going to cover environmental studies and so on and so forth. So I feel when there is so much of classification, we can try out per week at least one subject which I can do for nearly 30 minutes to an hour. And these children can then be interested in the subject, which we will be also giving them a video or a slide background. I think that would really help them.
How would one join such a class?
Oh, the idea is to give a webinar in the beginning so that they get a feel of what we are talking about. See, Before we actually get into the subject, there has to be some kind of an understanding where the children will come to know, yes, this is what I'm going to learn. And the most important audience would be the parents. See, to convince the parent that the children are going to learn something really extraordinary and not something nonsensical, and that is going to help them a lot. So the parents need to join these classes. Parents need to see this kind of a webinar so that they can make a proper decision. And that was the idea, where we feel that every week we will have a webinar so that they get to understand the subject better.
Guruji, it seems that part of the problem that the parents and children are having is that there's an overwhelming amount of activities going on. How does this not just add to those activities as one more thing to do?
This is not a chore. Please understand this. This is not a chore. This is not something where you're going to get tired listening to it. It's not something which is like a homework or something where you feel you get disgusted trying to do this kind of things. You have to love the subject. See, idea is, if you love something, then you would want to participate in it. See, we have conducted this kind of seminars earlier, have the webinars and all that and classes, and we have found the children are very, very keen on doing them. So we have stopped them for some time now, but we are going to start now very soon. So the idea is that they will love what they are seeing, and whatever the strain or stress that they have during the day, I think that will go away if you were to attend this kind of a thing. I believe that they would love to do it.
Yes, Guruji. So, how can parents or teachers help students through such a program?
Like I said, they should also join this program. They could be sitting along with the kid. See, when I am talking about AI, if I am talking to the kid, I'm explaining to that child in a child's language. Please understand this. It's a basic understanding of the subject. So I have to make it knowable to a person who is 5 years or 10 years of age. The parents are going to learn more than the children, simply because for them that will become a newer subject. So my suggestion to parents and teachers also, that they can also join these classes that we are conducting, so that they can adapt to this kind of a learning process and introduce it to in their households or in school as well. So the change would be quite a big one in their own lifetime.
Guruji, can schools and institutions participate in this?
Yes. See, if we are doing this online with the children, there are certain schools and institutions who may want a bigger audience. See, on internet, I may be able to address 100 people or 50 people or 10 people. It does not matter. But if I have to be invited to a school, you will find that there the children will be interacting directly with us. You got what I'm saying? And we would be teaching 400, 500 children at a time. They can practically see the thing happening in front of their eyes. So the schools and institutions that are involved can invite us over there so that we can also give a direct one-on-one to the children. So I feel that this in turn will increase the knowledge base that is there in their school as well.
And when a child is participating in these classes, if they miss one week, is there a recording or some way for them to view what they've missed?
Yes, we are definitely going to ensure that whatever that we are talking is a new subject during the week. And if it is there, then later on we will be putting it up in our website as well as in other channels so that they can see it. But the one thing which they will miss out is the Q&A. Understand one thing, I can only record the portion where I am going to give the knowledge. It could be 30 minutes, it could be 20 minutes. But after that, we are having a Q&A session, an interaction with the children, and various other things that are going to be there that cannot be put up. So it is better to join the class directly. But if you have missed the class, you can see this knowledge part of it in either YouTube or in our website. So this way they won't miss out.
Yes. Well, Guruji, is 20 minutes or 30 minutes enough to convey a complete subject?
No, no, no. This is a subject which is at 25,000 feet level. It's not everything. I can't teach them everything. Let us say today I am teaching them how to write. Today naturally in school they are telling them to write a essay or a poetry or something like that. But if I were to use an app or something like, say, Notebook LM or something like that. How do I do it? Now, there may be 10 years old or 12 years old. Just let us assume that if they can use their iPads or any other electronic devices and take help in these kind of gadgetries and stuff that is available to everybody online, I think that would really help them. Don't you think so? This is something which is completely new. So if I have to write maybe a book, you have seen there are younger children nowadays writing books also. Now, if today you will find that books can be written even by using all these AI tools, which has become literally like a fad. People do that. Here I am saying make use of the tools available and learn to do it yourself and give original content. The idea is to do that. So if this is what I can help the children, they will definitely find it worthwhile, isn't it? So maybe using such kind of tools like phones, iPads, or whatever the other tools that are available, it will really help them. Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you very much.
If you have enjoyed this presentation and would like to be informed of new presentations, remember to like, share, and subscribe or follow. Thank you.